get stuck here, the cops won't bother me. Let's tighten this thing. They're on here. Should fit. So this is the fuel hose that goes from the petcock all the way, and you need to make sure you route this well. So here's the other side. These work out really well for working with like the gas lines. The only thing is that you don't want it to pinch. This is the hose that I got from the tank. I'm going to cut a new one because it's very old. One of the things I'm doing is I'm going to replace this hose. I'm looking at the stamp. It's from 2002, so it's not that old, but it's leaking over here where there's a crack. Also, a lot of the problems that I'm having are the pump just keeps pumping and then it flows out of here. But I might as well just renew some of these hoses. It's much better having new hoses than old crappy ones. This is the old hose. This is going to be the new hose. You have to make sure you route it through here. There's a bracket, and I keep forgetting that it has to go right in there. I'm going to tighten it up.
Just imagine though going from that 69 Mach 1 to that Mustang 2.
That's connected. That's pretty tight on there. Alright, now we have the airbox on. Just make sure everything is nice and tight. Bit of play between the rubber boot and the carb, but push it down when you're tightening it and it'll work much better. The way of fitting this, you start it out putting it in this part and then slowly put the parts here, and they should kind of clip down a bit. Slide the hoses in. I don't like as much. So I believe that this relay is bad because I hardwire the pump to the bike. Now when you turn on the ignition, it's hard to hear in the camera, but this is continuously running and the bike starts right up. So, turn off the bike. So now that just works with the switch being on temporarily. I want to see if I can get a new relay because I think it might be bad. So I'm not quite sure yet. But the bike works and it starts. I was getting a leak down here and it was just the tubes. They were old, so I renewed them. Now everything about it seems to work except the relay. So I'm not quite sure what I'll do just yet, but that's another day in the Honda Shadow saga. I have removed this tank so many times. You have no idea. It seems like I probably only took it out 1 or 2 times, but I've had to keep like testing it and removing it and testing it. It's kind of a bad design. One thing that I don't like is that the hoses are routed underneath this bracket, so when you remove the tank, everything just drips all over. Not a very good design, but now the bike is running and we're still on our way.